Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmaduel.
Hey there, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh Duel Links Talk. Today, we're going to take a look at the news for the week of July 9th, 2017, and just see what other stuff is going on right now. I know there seems like we're just getting finished up with one of our current events and moving on to another one. And of course, the one that I'm referring to is the Yami Bakura event. It's just about to wrap up on July 10th. And we're going to dive into another event, and that one should be familiar to quite a few of you, and that is Duel-A-Thon. So we just got another notification saying, attention duelists, duel to fill up your duel meter and receive daily/cumulative rewards. Do you have what it takes to reach the goal? So if you don't remember Duel-A-Thon, it was a pretty neat event where you do have basically 5 levels of items that you're able to get just based off of how many duels that you end up doing over the course of the day. You keep on raising that duel meter, and you'll get stuff ranging from duel orbs to gold coins to gems. So yeah, it's usually pretty cool. Usually by the time you hit that fifth item, it's usually 50 or 100 gems. I think it was only 50 gems. So we're going to see what kind of tweaks that they end up making starting on July 10th. Because I've heard that they got quite a bit of feedback. It seems like this event was taken pretty well compared to I guess what they may have originally thought. It seems like they kind of it was one of those little side things they didn't really push too much, and it seemed like everybody liked it. I mean, it was just a nice event that you could go at your own pace and get collect your rewards as you see fit, whether you're somebody who plays a lot more or somebody who's just more of a casual player. So there's a little bit of something for everybody in Duel-A-Thon, and I think that I'm just curious to see what kind of improvements they may have made on this one, or if it's the same. I mean, I won't mind if it stays the same, but I have a feeling that they're going to make a few tweaks that possibly will be for the better. So okay, well, good luck with that one, and that'll be coming up this week. There was another announcement that just came out this last week, and this one involves their anniversary, so to speak. So thanks to everyone for supporting YuGiOh Duel Links, and it's been going strong for half a year. As a token of our gratitude, we will be giving away a total of 1,000 gems to players who log in every day during the giveaway. So how they're going to format it is the initial day you end up getting 200 gems. If you haven't collected those, feel free to now. Then over the course of July 7th through the 14th, they're giving away 50 gems per day. Then on July 15th and 16th, they're giving away 100 gems. And then on July 17th, they're giving away 200 gems. So just keep logging in every day and collect your rewards. And that's a quick 1,000 gems if you're able to log in every day for that. There is one other thing that came up as well, and I'm sure if you've been playing for the last week, you're well aware of it, and I actually just did 2 recent episodes on each of these, but there are 2 structure decks available now in the store. You could use your 500 gems to purchase them. You have Sorcerer's Alliance and Dragonic Force. If you want more detail into those, we just did 2 recent episodes, so there are 2 really good decks. I think they have some great pieces involved with them. But yeah, that was just a recent thing that they added last week. This is pretty exciting news that they're starting to put out structure decks. Because, I mean, honestly, that's one of the nicer things about the TCG is when they're putting out decent structure decks. I know the most recent ones with the Machine Reactor and the Dino Smashers, 2 really good structure decks that came with pieces that a lot of the TCG players really wanted to grab. So this will have the same effect, I'm pretty sure, within Duel Links, and I'm in full support of seeing these kind of structure decks appear and seeing more exclusive cards that you could get in those decks. The one hang-up it seems like a lot of folks have is that if you use your gems, you're only limited to 1 purchase. So it seems like the people who are paying money to play this one, I think I guess they're at the advantage if you want multiple copies of certain cards. So that's that could be unfortunate. Just the way that it's set up, and I'm not sure if they're going to end up changing those rules, but I think with enough feedback one way or the other, you never know. So just keep an eye out for when they're adding different surveys and collecting some kind of user responses and feedback. Just voice your opinion, and potentially they could change things around if there's something that you don't like. So anyway, yeah, so that's what happened. We got those now in the shop. One other thing that I want to mention, there's a little PSA floating around about EX Jewels. You know that right now going on is that Yami Bakura event. It's ending on July 10th. Well, just so you know, make sure that you do use up your EX Jewels by, I believe it's July 18th, somewhere around there. It's probably about a week after the Yami Bakura event ends, but make sure you do spend those EX Jewels, because I believe at the end of that certain time frame, you do end up losing those jewels, and they may be converted to gold or whatever, which usually doesn't pay off very well if you've seen in prior events. So yeah, use those. See what cards you can afford with your EX Jewels in the meantime, but my recommendation is wait until at least July 10th, after the event ends, so you know exactly what drops you've gotten from Yami Bakura. So say if you wanted one card that was a droppable card, and you end up spending your EX Jewels early, and then hey, you end up getting 3 copies of the card that you spent your EX Jewels on, and not necessarily the best move. So I would say wait until you know exactly what you do and do not have before you start spending your EX Jewels. But do remember to spend those within the next week after the Yami Bakura event. Anyway, that's just a little PSA about that. Anyway, there is some maintenance going on the night of July 10th, so that's, I think they're going to be making some changes, some updates, especially with the new Duel-A-Thon event. And also, too, some other big news, there is going to be a new mini box. It's going to be called Dawn of Destiny, and there is an official preview. There's a YouTube video, I'm pretty sure, going around about this one. So if you go into your announcements and stuff, go check out the video, click the link, because we're always excited to see what other new cards are coming out in these sets. So it seems like they're just really moving along with getting these new box sets out, because I know Crimson Kingdom was just recently out not too long ago, but this is going to be one of those, I believe, 80-pack boxes. It's not going to be the full 200-pack boxes. So kind of the similar route, as the Age of Discovery and the stuff like that. So this one will be worth checking out. I think once it's released, we'll do a little analysis on the cards involved, and we'll just go from there. So anyway, about that, there were just a few updates too. There were some issues with certain bugs. One of which was the Hazy Flame Sphinx. There was some kind of bug regarding that one, so it looks like they're trying to fix it. And they're fixing a few bugs with their version update to 1.7.1. So it seems like there's just a few bugs here and there. I know last week there were some issues with PvP, and sounds like most of them have been fixed by this point. But yeah, if there are any bugs that you're experiencing, I know that they're pretty responsive about getting those things turned around and repaired pretty quickly. So, but anyway, yeah, that seems to be most of it for the news. But yeah, this looks like there's a whole lot going on top of even more so. We have the card trader inventory that was updated on July 6th. There's a few other additions here. We got Psychokinesis, where it's a spell card where if you control a psychic type monster, you target one card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, take 1,000 damage. Then you have the Hazy Flame Sphinx. It's the level 6 Beast Warrior, 1900 attack, 900 defense. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can declare one card type monster, spell, or trap. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Then if it was the declared type, you can special summon one fire monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use this effect of Hazy Flame Sphinx once per turn. Then you have the Magna/Dragon, and this one is you can send one face-up continuous spell card you control to the graveyard to destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. So that's pretty good too, especially I know there's a few decks that like to run more continuous spell cards anyway. And then you got this one, the super rare Mausoleum of the Emperor. This is a field spell card, and the effect may sound a little bit familiar in a way, since we just recently had all the news about nerfing the 3-star demotion. So during any main phase, the turn player can pay 1,000 life points times the number of monsters normally needed for the tribute summon of a monster, maximum of 2,000. That player normal summons or sets that monster without tributing. This is their one normal summon set for that turn. This is not a tribute summon. So, Mausoleum of the Emperor, I mean, yeah, I can see why some people are getting a little upset about this one too, especially after the whole recent nerf about the 3-star demotion. But the one trade-off is that this card allows both players to do the same thing, so it kind of evens out the playing field. So this one's a pretty sweet card. If you're if you don't want to be ending up paying the 3,000 life points now, that 3-star demotion cost for you to bring a monster out onto the field. I know that's going to be the post nerf on that one. So Mausoleum of the Emperor could be a pretty decent field spell card for those types of decks. And yeah, the other thing is too, you're not guaranteed to draw it. So I mean, even though people may think, okay, this is not too good, this is going to really mess up some of the decks out there. But I mean, honestly, it's a field spell card. It could end up being drawn in your hand. You could end up drawing all 3 of them in your hand if you have that many copies. But that's the luck of the draw. It's not just sitting out there like a skill like you would have with 3-star demotion. So this one's interesting. It's got a lot of pros and cons with it. I'm pretty excited about this one as well. So yeah, Card Trader did add some pretty neat stuff. That seems to be the last update that was going on for this past week. But anyway, that's, like I said, it seems like there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. I'm pretty excited to see what goes on over the next week or so. We will do another one of these updates moving forward, but that's it for today's update. If there's anything that you want to add, or if there's anything that you like or don't like about some of these recent news updates, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at YuGiOh Deck Talk. It's all one word, at YuGiOh Deck Talk, and I'd love to hear from you. So anyway, that's it for today's episode. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.